Hey everyone, this is ScrapComputer. This guide will be comprising a list of all of the junglers who can solo clear the dragon at level 6. There is a list of 24 junglers that can solo kill the dragon. This is a lot more than the average player knows about. Look in the description. You can skip past the pretext I'm about to give if you're impatient. You can also just go to the champion you want on the list. It's up to you, again, use those timestamps. I'll be covering this guide in the following format. Please listen carefully and give me a minute to explain. The champion name, obviously this comes in the form of a portrait up in the top left. Buffs you need. You may need a buff to clear. I will mention which buff I advise generally, and you can only have one buff in general. I've done this with only one buff per champion to make it easier, and to make it fair for all champions. If you have two, obviously the clear will be a little easier. I just wanted to be fair and give each jungler one buff. The items I cleared it with. This can change depending on your champion. I will be giving guidelines on what you need at level 6 and what it can be done with. Certain champions may need more or less. Look at the video below. It's what I done the clear with. So if you see I done the clear really easily with these items, you can take away an item. Use your own intuition and mind to, or even just test them to get a little bit more or a little bit less. A last point in regards to items, I give each and every single jungler Trailblazer. This is due to logic and an easier dragon take. Generally, any jungler who wants to take dragon will focus on clearing for the solid gold and not be spending their time ganking 24/7. A gank jungler, generally speaking, will not be taking dragon. Logically, if you're clearing, you can get strong for dragon, and logically, if you're ganking, you have no time for dragon. If you gank, you may not be able to take it if you fall off. It's not a solid rule. I just wanted to mention Trailblazer is just for the farm junglers who generally will be taking the dragon. After the items and the buff, I will verbally be saying any other needs or tactics that are required. Listen out for these, as some of these are literally the tipping point of you getting dragon or not. Very important, I will verbally be telling you. Each champion was also given flash and smite without exception. And a final point, the runes and masteries. These are very generic, and I will be putting them in the description. I will be giving these in categories of sets, for example tank, auto attack based junglers, AP junglers. Check for the type and use your own intuition. For example, Amumu used the tank set. Warwick used the auto attack based set. You know, use your own logic. Besides this boring pretext, let's get into the guide, and of course, hope you enjoy it. Shaco. Buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords and 2 health potions. Other. Use your clone to tank the first 3 dragon auto attacks. Q behind him and auto attack the dragon from behind while your clone is tanking. After this, use your E anytime it's up, and then use your box to aggro the dragon, and then Q once the dragon has aggroed it. This is actually pretty important. Do not Q without a box being down, or the dragon will reset as there's no enemy there visibly. Fiddlesticks. Buff, none, but I advise the blue buff. Items, Trailblazer and Fiendish Codex. Other. Don't drain until the dragon does his first knockback, as this knockback will cancel your drain and cost you a lot of time and HP. AD Malzahar. Yes, he's actually played in the jungle, surprisingly enough. Buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords and 2 health potions. Other. Start with the Voidling ready to be cast on your first ability, to have that extra damage immediately and that extra tank damage immediately. Aatrox. Buff, red. Items, Trailblazer, 2 daggers and 2 health potions. Other. Ultimate when you get to about half HP, and only use the healing portion of your W, not the damage portion, because, well, frankly speaking, you can't tank it otherwise. Tryndamere. Buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 daggers and 1 health potion. Other. Use your ultimate when you get very low and tank a single dragon hit with it. After this, heal immediately and then smite, and you should have enough HP to survive just simply auto attacking after this. Nunu, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. MUNDO, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Other, ultimate when you get to about a quarter HP. Amumu, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Other, with Amumu start with W and E, and then when you get knocked back, Q yourself immediately back in. From here just keep auto attacking and damaging the dragon. For a safe clear I actually had to ultimate. This isn't really required, but you'll be left with 1 bar of HP if you don't. Use Trailblazer to smite and heal yourself to ensure you can finish the dragon just before it kills you. And from here it should be just close enough for you to get it. Yorick, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, just use your little minions to change the aggro with the ghouls. List them one by one and keep auto attacking the dragon. This is actually a pretty simplistic clear. Fiora, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, for this clear you need to parry the dragon's auto attacks. Time these well. There is no other way to clear it without doing this. Ensure you do time them well, because in this video I actually missed a single auto attack. Just get used to dragon's auto attacks and this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but look below, for my single mistake I lost a fifth of my HP. It's not worth it. Udyr, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, dagger, and 2 health potions. Pantheon, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, try to start the dragon with your passive on. This clear counts on your passive pretty much entirely. Keep auto attacking and using abilities anytime they're up to keep the passive up as much as possible. It blocks dragon's auto attacks and it is a very easy clear. Volibear, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Xin Zhao, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, to get this clear I advise using your ultimate to be very healthy so you don't have to risk 1 hit off death. You don't have to as long as you smite to get that HP back, but generally speaking some people are doing it to remain safe, so it's really up to you. Lee Sin, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Olaf, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Other, use your ultimate after the first auto attack to avoid the dragon's knockback, and of course to gain that extra AD off the bat. Use your axes and pick them up while running around the dragon. This increases your general damage output very strong. Use your W to heal up and your E anytime it's up, and this should be an okay clear. Cho'Gath, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Other, you have to smite to get enough HP to finish the dragon off. Don't try to last hit smite it, just smite it when you get very low, and then use your ultimate to finish it off, and you should be fine. Vi, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, use your Q to get back at the dragon once you've been knocked away from its immediate wingspan. From here you must also smite to get your HP back to finish off the dragon. Trundle, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, you have to smite to get your HP back or you can't clear it. Use your Q and E every time they're off cooldown and you should just about get it. Jax, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other, use your Q to get back into auto attack range immediately after the dragon knocks you back. From here you must use your E to avoid the dragon's auto attacks to survive this clear. Use your ultimate for free stats, and more importantly your W for the free auto attack reset, and you should be fine from here. Warwick, buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Riven, Buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other. You need to avoid some of the dragon's Qs with your E, or you cannot clear this. Just as dragon fires, use your E to avoid it. This will save you from a ton of damage. After this, your original clear, use your ultimate to auto attack and get extra damage, and of course the ultimate activation for, well, another set of damage. Also use your Q to auto attack reset, and at least avoid 2 auto attacks with your E, and you should be able to just about get the dragon. Wukong. Buff, blue. Items, Trailblazer, 2 long swords, and 2 health potions. Other. When you're knocked back, get your E to go back in immediately so you don't miss any time auto attacking. From here, use your decoy to try and avoid at least 1 dragon attack. You'll also have to use your ultimate and smite to survive this. This is a very, very close clear, but you can do it. Nasus. Buff, none, but I do advise blue buff. Items, Trailblazer, Kindle Gem, and 2 health potions. Other. Ultimate immediately and use your E, then Q, as your E is armor shred, which means, well, your Q does more damage. From here, it should be a very easy clear. And that's pretty much it, guys. Below there will be a list of all of the champions I just mentioned. You can also download this image in the description below and keep it at the side of your desktop or something if you're a jungle main or whatever. And besides that, guys, if you like it, dislike it, dislike it. If you like the content, you think it's good quality, subscribe. If it isn't up to scratch, unsubscribe if you were previously subscribed. Share if you think it can help anyone out in the entire world. And besides that, guys, thank you so much for watching and have an absolutely great day.